So it's Jack.
Number 5. Number 5.
Yeah, they are. You got reservation. I want to change this.
My bad.
Yeah. No, I think. Yeah, just.
When you turn your head.
Hey, throw him out. Throw him out.
Sorry. What happened to my correspondence? It's in there. Is it on the next page? Just don't put it on it, but they have your correspondence. Okay. Okay. They'll be reading it. It's gonna be a draft. Okay, good.
I don't have my listing. People say, wait, I'll see.
I'd like to call the Tosca Board of Directors meeting to order. It's Wednesday, July 16th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Will we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, Debbie, roll call.
Yes, ma'am. Paula DePace. Eileen Dunn. Mike Dell.
Here.
Dave Kaufman. Rick Agler.
Here.
Valerie Holland. Here. Donna Mosier.
Here.
Susan Munia.
Here. Thank you. Disposition of prior meeting minutes. Okay, can I have a motion for the minutes of June 18th, please?
Can we hear you, please?
I'm sorry if it all of a sudden is too low, it wasn't before. It's on. Well,
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
This is the,
Seeing none, motion carries. Okay. And treasurer's report. Mike?
I want to have just a minute. Can you hear me?
You had 2 sets of minutes.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we do. May I have a motion for the approval of the minutes of the meeting on June 17th?
so moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Go ahead, Mike. Yes.
Everybody can you hear me okay? Everybody has a copy of the treasurer's report. I just want to point out one change I made to it starting this month. It is the line called operating invested cornerstone monies. That is the Spectrum funds. We've been showing it 400 in and 400 out every month since I've been here. The actual amount of that money today is $287,193.11. And that will change a little bit every month as I am now calculating its share of the interest from the cornerstone account so that that stays with it in our accounting, okay? So that's the only difference. If anybody's interested in where the rest of it has gone, I have that. Real quick, it was a pool drainage project, clubhouse roof, the Veterans Monument, and paving the parking lot. So it was all monies well spent. It's just started at $435,000 and it now is at 287 and change, okay?
Are there any questions on the treasurer's report? Can I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried. Jack, your turn.
Hello. 5.
Go ahead, Jack.
How about that? Yeah, it's working now. All right, mine's pretty short this month. On June 23rd, Nelson and Richard put another coat of sealer on the pool deck canopy. To fill in the pinholes were visible. On June 23rd, Mike repaired a door handle in the craft room. On the 24th, contractor completed the resurfacing of the tennis courts. They turned out looking really good, and the players have been pretty happy with it. On June 30th, Amen Air began the installation of the new compressors for the 15-ton unit that was down for some time. And they came back the following day to complete the work. On July 3rd, the ice machine was put back online after new parts were installed. We received a high water bill for the clubhouse, had the guys check everything. They found a urinal running slightly and a toilet running again slightly. Repairs were made, so we should have that under control. The men installed chair rails on the porch over here where the players were beating up the walls with chairs. So the chair rails were installed. We had the kitchen professionally cleaned. The guys have also been working on raising tree limbs in the parks so that the lawn crews can get in there and get underneath of them. John has been painting curb stops in the parking lot. He was working on that today as well. Due to a leak, Richard had to replace a sensor bowl on the spa. That's a little plastic bowl that the two sensors that read the chemicals was leaking, had to be replaced. The guys also replaced 4 leaking chemical tubes on the pool and the spa. The guys have been working on pressure cleaning the sidewalks around the clubhouse. The guys installed sod on county property where we had the tree removed to repair the sidewalk. Nelson replaced the quarter round molding in the billiard room that had fallen off. Richard and Nelson have been doing prep work to repaint the wall on the lower pool deck. Nelson's still out there today working on that, get that deck completed because that's serious cracking and what have you going on. Due to the storm season approaching, the guys have been keeping the storm drains cleared out. Someone dumped chairs and other debris in Timber Park. The guys had to haul that off. And then the guys again put a little more sealer on the canopy, finished sealing off a few holes that were left open. Violations, there were 44 new, only 1 closed, and I believe it's 22 going to finding them, or
21, one was resolved.
21 violations going to finding. That includes.
Thank you. Question, Eileen?
How about now? Do you ever report illegal dumping to the police?
There's really no purpose behind that.
Well, sometimes people leave.
I mean, like we found a bag of trash and we had, found somebody's address in it. Yeah, we do that. But this is just furniture and garbage. There was no evidence of anything to report.
Okay.
Yes, Donna?
What was the reason for the underlying crack in the pool wall? What was the reason for the underlying crack in the
You
pool?
talk about the lower deck wall that they're working on now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe there were old planter beds in those walls at one time, and they filled them in with concrete and grout, and it has settled and cracked. So the guys are sealing it up with caulk and putting a leveling agent on it, and then they're going to repaint.
All right, any other questions for Jack? Seeing none, the art committee, where are you, Russ? Okay.
One afternoon, Russ Rogers for Ed Hebra.
Use the mic.
In 2 meetings, whoa. Hello? Green light on?
It's on, yeah.
Was.
Hello? Hello? Nothing on. Anyway, in 2 meetings, we reviewed 16 arcs and we reviewed them all. We approved them all. we had one question and the lady brought in some, photographs for us to review and we approved. We got 16 to approve. We have 16 to approve.
May I have a motion to approve the 16 ARC as that we have the list of?
I make a motion, we approve the list that the art committee has approved already.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Thank you, Russ. Okay, committee reports, let's see. What order are they in? Well, right now I have, finding committee.
I can't get it in.
Anyone here from the finding committee?
Oh, finance, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear her. Yeah, because I need to.
Mine went, because it was on the table.
Funny Finance Committee, 7/15/25. Yesterday, we met at 9 o'clock. There was 5 violations. 1 violation was enforced and 4 were not.
Thank you. Any questions for Bonnie? Seeing none? Okay, thank you, Bonnie. Okay, now I have live oaks.
Whoops, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
On June 24th, the Live Oaks Board met, as we do monthly. And Dave Coffin, member of the TSCA Board, who is our liaison, attended our meeting, along with our kitchen manager, Patrick Blizanek. And we addressed the concerns around the kitchen. The kitchen manager was going to make the recommendations that we agreed to with TSCA. And then on July 10th, 3 members of the Live Oaks Board, including myself, did a deep clean of the kitchen cabinets. Now, I know that TSCA had someone in there the day before cleaning. However, when we got there and opened cabinets, there was cleaning to be done. We took everything out of the drawers, we emptied them, we cleaned what had to be cleaned, we washed and disinfected all the knives that were in there. We had the one cabinet where they keep the butter containers after our breakfast that don't have to be refrigerated was completely covered with butter residue. So I can tell you, because I personally cleaned it myself, and it took me a good half hour to get it cleaned, and now it's clean, and we put a towel in there, so hopefully that won't happen again. So I just wanted you to be aware that I know you paid to have that done, but there was additional work that had to be done in there. And then the board reviewed our schedule for the balance of 2025. We are going to be solidifying our 2026 calendar this month at our board meeting. We've already started to book some events, and we will not be having Coffee Clutch or the Live Oaks Social in August, and we will not be having Coffee Clutch in September because it falls on Labor Day. So we're going to do a little bit of an expanded social the next night instead. And our next Live Oaks board meeting is July 29th. Any questions? Yes, Eileen.
Was anybody from Live Oaks in there when these people were coming in?
Not from
Seems
Live
like
Oaks, but the
everyone-
kitchen manager was there, and he had
Was?
opened the cabinets, yes. Yeah, it was a little disappointing, but it's okay. I mean, we planned on doing it, and we did it.
But John, I don't know. Right in there. Doesn't do a thorough job.
Put your headset on.
It doesn't. I don't know. Just a little closer. Get to you.
That's it.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. In other words, it seems like that we've had this professional and cleaning the same issue all the time.
Well, they did a good job, it looks like, on the equipment. It was just,
But
we did a thorough job on the drawers and cabinets.
I know, but aren't we paying the whole thing? I don't know.
Whatever it's been noted, Eileen, so,
But, I mean,
well, that's something that Jack will have to take up with the cleaners,
Right.
yeah.
and
I'm not
find
sure
out
what-
exactly what it was. Okay. Any other questions?
I just really wanted to make a statement, actually more than anything, Beverly. Thank you and your crew who went in and did that on your own time and made sure, along with Patrick, that our food service is second to none. We all trust that when we come here to eat and to have meals and snacks, that it's going to be safe. And so thank you so much for reassuring us. That's it. Thank you.
That's why we do what we do.
Okay, and everyone, I'm going out of order because it seems to make sense to call Patrick up next. Patrick.
You received my correspondence?
It's my fault.
You received my correspondence?
Can we just leave it on?
Look, take it off. Take it off. Freaking thing on.
How's that?
Please.
You want to use the relay sign? Just take it off.
Take it off.
And then you can there you go.
All right, you did receive my correspondence.
Yes.
I guess last month you were discussing putting locks on doors going into the kitchen. I really don't feel that that is necessary. I did speak with Bev and the Live Oaks, and we came to the conclusion that just by changing the locks and keying them all different, because there's so many keys out there right now, that we can thwart any other misplaced items. And we have a lockbox we're going to put in there. It'll have a digital code that Live Oaks and all the state food handlers will all be privy to with the keys.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Any other questions?
Now,
Do we have permission for Jack to put new locks in?
The staff can handle that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Thank you.
One quick question.
Yes.
Just because I'm picky on this one. Knives will be locked up.
The what?
Knives will be locked
We'll
up.
have 3 drawers that are locked,
Okay,
as well as all the cabinet doors.
okay, that's.
Yeah.
Eileen has a question. Mike,
report. We used to have a kitchen report before. We're no longer doing that.
I can't hear you.
The kitchen manager used to report to the board monthly.
Okay.
yes, you kind of have to eat it, Eileen.
We no longer do that.
We haven't done it in years. I don't remember the
I
last
do.
time.
I mean, if you'd like a report, I mean, I come in every Wednesday just to do a walkthrough, make sure things in the refrigerator and the freezer are not expired. Just when the health department comes in, we're not caught with our pants down. If you'd like me to write a report, say Wednesday I check back. and do that.
Okay.
No, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
It just points out one more reason we're lucky to have this guy, that's for sure. Thank you, Patrick, for all your.
Okay, library report. Is there anyone? There you are.
Hello.
Yeah.
The library committee had no meeting this month. The leather chairs were cleaned and conditioned thanks to maintenance. I checked with Jack earlier this month on the fan installation job. He said that he would have maintenance look into it. So as of this meeting, I have no further info on that. We're still,
To-do list.
excuse me?
It's on the to-do list.
Okay. As long as we're on the list, that's good. We're still looking for another committee member to join our team. And I'm very happy to say that just this afternoon, playing pool with the ladies in the pool room, someone came forward and I have their phone number. So hopefully next month when I come, I'll get your approval.
Okay.
The committee worked very hard this past month. I don't want to bore you with how many of this and how many of that, but I can tell you that we handled 855 items that were brought in for our inventory. That's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Finance Committee. You can get up now, Dave.
We had our meeting, and you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. We had our meeting regular time, and everything went pretty good. There was a few questions, and I didn't really I gotta do better on this. I'm gonna get better, trust me. Our next meeting is July 28th at 1 o'clock, and that's really all I got.
Just one question, because I
Sure.
spoke to someone who was at your meeting. Wasn't Rob on the phone?
Yes, he was, yes.
Okay, he's not on the,
Oh, he's not on there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. Okay, I'm sorry.
all right, no, that's just,
That's it?
yep,
Okay, thank you.
okay. I believe that's any committees that are here that didn't report, seeing none. Let's move on to unfinished business. We have railings for the stage. I think everyone has in the packet a picture of what the railings would look like and the revised estimate of the contract, because it's been a while and everything goes up. So,
And the picture you have of the railing, of course, hello. There we go. The picture of the railing you have shows the pickets being painted. The installation here would not be painted. They would be stained to match the stage.
okay, do I have a motion, and it's for $3,123.93?
Also moved.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any questions? Rick?
Yeah, I have a little, sorry, but I hold it, it's better. At the picture on the railing, I noticed the, what do you call that, top piece? It's like a cap. Yeah, on the top cap, that it's square with 4 points. And I just don't think that's a good thing to have points that can cause damage to people if they fall and hit them. And in the design of it, I think we need to just, that's the only item that I come up with. It sounds minor, but I think it's safety wise, it's important to have a railing that if you do fall and hit it, it's not going to split your head open as readily as they say a rounded one or a rounded corners instead of sharp corners like that. I just point that in the design. Maybe that can be corrected. Other than that, I think we need to get this in as soon as we can. The sooner we have it in, the safer it'll be.
All right,
No question.
I would concur with that.
I think this picture was more to demonstrate the handrail and the pickets themselves, not the base post.
Well, Jack, I just want to make it before we get it, not until afterwards, and point out and have to replace it.
Amen.
it would be that would be the dual post, I think, is
Right.
what they're talking about.
Right.
And we can, I'm sure, Jack, you could talk to them, say you want everything rounded on it, no
Right.
point.
Yeah, not a problem.
So my point was on, not so much on the post itself, but on the cap.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Right, yeah, well, I could also see this come out with a big rounded post all the way and everybody point to me and say, we don't want that. Okay, thank you.
All right, any other questions? Dave, did you have, oh, okay.
I can't do anything. Yeah, well, it's cool, no, listen.
All right,
Go ahead, I'm all.
No, I was just saying that I think this is a great looking design. I think it'll be a real asset. It'll be better for safety, and I really appreciate the board's support on getting this in. Getting it, making things a little bit safer for us. Thank you.
one thing that I forgot to ask, do we know, are we taking this out of furniture or are we doing this out of reserve or are we doing it out of,
I would just call it maintenance.
maintenance? Okay, just checking. Because that should be, can we amend the motion to say from maintenance?
So amended.
You approve, you said.
I do, except if we could take it out of furniture and fixtures, we've got a lot of reserve money in furniture and fixtures.
Well, it is a fixture. I know.
I see no problem with that either, though.
Yeah. Jack, would you,
Where do you want to go?
furniture
I'll amend, I think I made the motion, so I'll amend the motion to say it out of the reserve.
and
As the
furniture
treasurer
and
recommended.
fixtures?
Yeah, that would be my recommendation.
Okay,
Did you second it, Mike?
I did.
okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried. Okay, now comes an interesting one. Pool bath floors. We have, Jack, you want to go?
Dave, can you give the Okay, at the last meeting, it was pointed out that the estimates did not include the cost of the tile. You have 3 new estimates in front of you, including the tile. From Elegant Tile and Design, River Corporation, and Coastal Tile Installation.
Okay. Is the estimates, the 3 estimates are almost 13,000 for one, 8,500 for the second, and the lowest estimate is 67, now why don't I turn to the right page? There we go. It's 69, almost 7,000. And is there anyone who wants to make a motion on any of these or another motion instead? Donna?
Right now, I think the tiles are still not 100% slip proof. And so I think at this point, I'd like to make a motion that we just extend out the foam pads that we have already, and so that we cover any of the bare spots.
Second.
I agree.
Anyone want any discussion by the board? Dave?
Yes, I talked to Dave Tuller, of course, who actually brought this to all of our attention, and I appreciate it. But we've looked at every possible way of doing this, none of which are guaranteed. But what has been most effective, I think, in looking at the situation is the pads that we have there, extending those out so that they go in the stalls as well. And that it adds that extra bit of layer of softness in case, keep you from slipping. And if you did, at least you're going to be on a padded surface. The other things, we looked at coating the tile and also digging it up and replacing it. And none of them are really ideal, but I'm in favor of just doing what we decided.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Oh, Rick?
We have, I'm just trying to make sure I have this in my mind, you know, if we're going to be voting on it for quite some time. I'm kind of leaning towards the way Dave described it to try to put those out. I think that's an economical way. Have we had any insurance claims in the last 10 years for people slipping in the bathroom, toilets there, or bathhouse?
Since I've been here, the one lady that did slip did not file a claim.
So we have nothing there. Okay. It's not the primary item. Safety is the primary item.
Right, but as
We haven't
Dave was
had-
saying,
There's an indication that we're pretty well safe, and maybe what we're gonna do takes care of that. So
yeah, we're gonna fill in the empty areas that'll stop any of the rubber padding that's there from slipping. We'll go wall to wall, run to run, everything will be covered, and there won't be any room for slippage.
Any other questions? Okay.
Jack, I just want to comment that I believe Dave may be able to tell us, but I think the lady that did slip, it was inside of a stall, and that we will put the rubber in there.
No, it was in the little hallway between the dressing stalls and the restrooms.
And this would alleviate that possibility. Okay.
Because there is a gap between the hall run and the entry run, which we can fill in.
Thank you.
And the other thing I'd like to say, I was researching the tiles online, just all the things, and none of them say guaranteed slip-proof. No matter, when you get water and any type of flooring, there's some that are more slippery than others. But even with the, there's some ratings, an R rating, and some things, nothing had a perfect non-slip rating. And these mats that we have are supposed to be some of the better ones for not slipping. All right, Ann?
Ann Ostiga, 14116. Jack answered my question actually when he said wall to wall, because I too have slipped. The one piece in front of the commode, I stepped on it, slipped, and my foot, went into the base of the commode. So
We'll make
they
sure it
really
all
have to
goes
be
wall to
wall to
wall.
wall would be the safest. Thank you.
Did someone check with the painting company? I'm sorry, Luciola on Casarina Drive. Did you check with the painting company about the no skid stuff? And no guarantee. Okay, the only concern I have about the padding from wall to wall and especially inside the toilet stalls, how often are they gonna be pulled out and sanitized?
Every Monday.
Every Monday?
Every Monday, they get pulled out and cleaned outside, and the floors get mopped inside.
Thank you.
Dave Teller, the only thing I gotta say is, it's a safety thing. And you guys are getting new railings. I'm under the impression we're probably gonna get new chairs for the poker room. How many people use the poker room and how many people go to the pool? Okay, those mats we have in there now, would you get enough water underneath them? They do move. I've slipped on them, not to the core I fell, but I've slipped on them. I know of 3 women that have fallen in the ladies' room. Say only one. I heard there's 2 other ones that have slipped in there. They didn't report it, and they should have. They should have reported. Anytime there's a slip, they should report it. And that's why we're having problems in the bathroom. If it was done right years ago, a few years ago, when they put the bathroom in, and if it was done right, we wouldn't be talking about this now. So it's just, to me, it's on your conscience. If somebody falls and gets hurt really bad in there, just remember, I at least tried. Thank you.
I'm right at it. So can you hear me now? There we go.
There you go.
I understand what Dave is saying, but I think if you do the wall-to-wall mats, that should take care of slipping with those. There's no place for them to go.
Right.
As far as the tile, even with the money you're spending, there's no guarantee on that. And I've been on tiles and concrete that has that sandy stuff in it. You still slip. We put it on a driveway. It didn't do a damn thing. So I think the best thing is the wall-to-wall mats. How are you going to get them out of there to clean them? Because to be honest with you, the ladies' room by the pool stinks of urine and has for a long time. I know they were supposed to be power washed. I don't know if they were, but it's still really bad in there.
There a leaking toilet in there?
No.
Sorry.
You have rubber mats and kids are in there, older women who maybe don't make it to the toilet in time. So you've got urine on those mats. Let's face it. I mean, not in the men's room.
That's what I would have expected.
Yeah. I don't know what we can do about that, but it's
If somebody
bad.
keeps them there. Hey, thanks though for your comments on putting the mats in there. I appreciate that.
President.
Yes.
My name's Robert
I have
Weimer.
a-
I live at 10725 Tanapa Loop. I'm glad to hear that you're talking about slipping, falling, concerns, all these things about people falling. And I've never said anything, but, being a person that's disabled and can only take a step or two, thank you, and can only take a step or two, I really would appreciate if somewhere in the future, someone would take a look at the bathroom, because though it's marked handicap, it doesn't even have a railing. I have a wheelchair that I took in there recently to see if I could use just to see if I could get it in and out, and I could get it in there just barely, because nothing's wide enough. But then when I got in there, I couldn't get to the toilet because there was no rail to get a hold of. I just go home, but someday that might not be possible. So I would appreciate it if, I'm not the only person that's older and having mobility problems in this community. And I would appreciate it if somewhere in the future, that would be something that would be taken under consideration.
Question for you, sir. Would handrails on either side of the stall, like metal bars, would that help?
It would help, but the other problem
know,
is
it's
it's
not-
not wide enough. However, at my mobility, I could grab those rails and get myself around because even though I'm a big guy, my arms are strong.
Okay.
But it would be nice if it was wider, which means you really should only have one toilet in there. I know it's a lot of money, a lot of work, et cetera, et cetera. Anything would be better than what you have now.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you.
So what is your name once again?
Robert Weimer.
Robert, thank you so much for bringing that to our attention.
All right, anyway. Okay, we have a motion on the floor, and it's been seconded. The motion was to put mats wall to wall. As any other board comment? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. On to poker chairs.
Poker chairs.
Yes, Paula.
Yes, after many hours of looking for chairs, like Carl and I, we found the perfect chair. Actually, it took Beverly Huddock 2 seconds to find the chair. After many looking, but we found chairs, we're under budget, $69.12. We're gonna get a year's guarantee, free delivery, and I like it. And Debbie's gonna proceed to order those.
350 pounds.
A minor assembly required.
Top will lay the bottoms on, yes.
Dave has a question.
I just wanted to say that, I talked with Paula about these chairs and I had to come up at the last meeting. I think there's a couple of really good things about these chairs that, didn't get said. One of them is that they'll safely seat someone up to 350 pounds. And, some of us, as we've gotten older, we carry a little extra weight. So I think that that'll make these chairs a little bit safer. And because they're made for, a weight that is at least 350 pounds, it'll be able to withstand it and last for a lot longer than they have before. Plus, the configuration of the chairs is really beneficial for sitting at a poker table instead of having the big arms out so that when you're trying to get in and out, you're hitting your knuckles and that sort of thing, and you can't get the right number of tables around. So I think you guys have done a great job of looking for the chairs. You've made a good selection. A local vendor's going to have them, so that's good. And they're more.
It's not local? I thought, no. I thought it was
Tampa.
It's in Florida.
Well, it's not.
It's not local.
New York City.
Oh, I thought you told me that it was in Tampa or.
I didn't say anything about that.
So did you want to discuss the getting rid of the old chairs?
Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah, as far as getting rid of the old chairs, we've done auctions before because it is property that's owned by everyone in the community, all the seniors in the community. And excuse me. And we were thinking that we would take bids in the office on how many chairs are in there?
24.
There are 24. They're the old card room chairs, aren't they?
They are yes, they're 25 years old, and they're the old card chairs.
Yeah, the one with the crazy print.
The screws are falling out of them, they're falling apart, and they're, some of them bend back like lounge chairs, but they're not really supposed to be lounge chairs.
But the thing is, if anyone is interested, and please tell your neighbors to put in a bid from $1 above, whatever you want, and how many chairs you would want. You can go look in the room, and once we get the others in, then you can pick them up, or they will find their way to a new home in the Pasco County dump, probably. But that's, up to you guys.
Madam President.
Yes.
In the past, we've had huge discussions of disposing of things. And I thought that we have a well-written document or motion or something that passed as to exactly how to get rid of these items. And we need to research that and make sure we follow it.
I couldn't find anything, and that was, I couldn't find anything in my files or whatever that showed what but the last time we did sewing machines, we kind of auctioned them off we had a paper bag by each machine, and everyone put their name in, and then it was drawn because they were old and thin. And Eileen?
Yeah, what we've also done is microphone, we just said, I don't know if this, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. We've also had where go to the office and put in a bid for an item. Like, we've done it that way. We didn't, I guess, establish a permanent policy, but we said that nothing would be just an individual person.
Well,
It would be offered to the community first, because.
Well, we've done that with the poker tables. We've done that with the poker tables. We had a bid in the back.
Yeah, we've done it with other
People
things.
bidded on them and they took them, and that was the end of the story.
So
Yeah. So
I think we should put a time on it though.
let's say,
12 o'clock Friday.
I already sold 4 for $1, so.
okay,
Whatever they bid.
hold on. 1 second. Oh, when are the chairs supposed, if we ordered them now?
Actually, they said that, like, say Debbie ordered them tomorrow and paid for them in full. They said it would take a couple of days, I do believe, to be delivered.
Okay, so if we give everyone 2 weeks to put in a bid on how many chairs and how much they'd be willing to pay, and I'm not talking, I don't want hundreds of dollars for these chairs. Before anyone bids on a chair, please go look at them to see if it will fit wherever you were thinking. And Paula?
You're saying, where are we gonna put the chairs meanwhile when the poker chairs come in? You've got a lot of chairs out there. Is there some place you can put them so people can see them?
They'll just go into the room, just go in the room and look.
Yeah, but so you want us to wait 2 weeks for people to go in there to get rid of them before we put the new chairs in?
Well, when the new chairs come, then we'll put them
Okay.
someplace else, we'll put them on the porch,
All right,
you know, if it's not being used.
All right, I already sold 4 chairs for $1. For the heck.
If they have to put their name in the office for yours, whatever. Okay, Dave,
I got a question on the chairs.
yeah,
If you go to somebody's house, do they have fancy chairs that play poker? Or do they just have like a chair like this to play poker on? Why can't we just get some nice chairs like this that cost half the price and they would look just as good and they're good enough for poker? You don't go to somebody's house, you sit on their kitchen chair, their dining room chairs, you don't sit on something fancy like that. I can't see spending our money on poker chairs when we could get something like this. We got a bunch of these, even take these chairs in there. What's wrong with these?
Dave, they're gonna rip up the carpet. First of all, the chairs that we are using are hand-me-downs from the card room that are 25 years old. They're falling apart, safety issues, people could fall out of them backwards because they're using them as a lounge chair. So we really deserve these chairs. I've been playing poker for 11 years in that room, and a lot of other people too, as well.
Luciola, Casarina Drive. Do we have a form that people can sign when they take these chairs? So if they take them home, they fall backward and bust their head open, they're not gonna come back and sue us?
and so you buy it, you own it, it's
Buyer beware.
buyer beware, just
Yeah.
like if you buy something at a garage sale or
Well, if you're not concerned about liability, I'm sure not. Thank you.
okay. Chris?
Chris Dabrowski. Just a question. Are you buying chairs for the poor stepchild porch? There's a poker table out on the porch. Well, whatever the card table is out on the porch.
Yeah, they're playing cards there. They got chairs over there. There's chairs already there. Chris, trust me, it's all good, okay? Let's just,
All right, and
move on.
anyone else? Seeing none, Ken, did we make the motion? No, we already did, okay. Yeah, but I was just trying to approve Paula, give the information to Debbie, and we'll get the chair. Okay. Next,
So just to be clear though on this,
okay,
Dave.
2 weeks.
no, I mean, we came in under budget on this, right?
Mhm.
These chairs cost individually less than each of the card tables chairs cost. And, I think this is, to me, something.
If you're gonna mumble, could you mumble in the mic?
Okay, sorry about that. Jack, could you turn my mic on? Just kidding.
I make a motion, we move on.
That's good, we're going to roll down shutters for Clubhouse.
We didn't hear it.
It was
We
already
did-
approved
it-
previously.
It was last meeting, we approved $8,000. This is coming in under budget. So it was just a report on what they wanted to buy
And
and,
what to do with the old chairs.
yeah, and what to do with the old chair. Okay, roll down shutters for the Clubhouse. This was brought up from, the, storm.
Emergency response.
Emergency Management Committee. And we looked, they had gotten a quote in 2023, which was for $60,000 for every window in the clubhouse. We've got an updated quote for this, which is $75,000. In 2 years, it went up $15,000. It's the same company. I personally think we should, it would be much better than what we do now. How long does it take maintenance to put up all the shutters right now?
A full day with the full staff.
A full day with a full staff, no matter, if we get a warning that there's a possibility, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, they have to be screwed on to every window, the things, they're all numbered, and they count how many wing nuts they have and all this, and then they get put up all around.
And it takes longer to put them away because they have to be stacked in groups, wrapped and labeled and put away. So it takes them longer to take it down than it does.
And we were looking at these, the hand cranks, where they go and crank down over every so many windows would just crank down.
Can we please have, I'm sorry, but can we please hold down the talking in the audience? We can hear y'all talking over the people talking up here.
So we were looking into that, but the problem would be where to get the money for this. There's nothing in our reserves that say, storm protection or whatever. Well, we could start saving for it. How long do you wait? The next also suggestion is one that Jack get different quotes from a different company for this, and also to look into what it would cost to put hurricane windows on all the windows. I know that will be expensive too, but where does it compare to the roll down shades? The windows would last longer than the roll down shades, but if you put the roll down shades, that's $75,000 at this point that you would save by doing the windows. So if it's okay with the board, I'm gonna let's wait till Jack finds some more information for us.
Are we also gonna get prices for the windows
Right.
being replaced as well?
Yes.
We'll look into both, right?
Right, to look into both, and then we'll have a better idea whether we should pursue windows or pursue shutters. Dave?
Thank you. I'd like for us to consider keeping what we have now. If they're paid for and they work. I mean, our guys have to spend the time, mantling them and dismantling them. But that's an awful lot of the residents' money to spend on that one. We do have a way of actually protecting the facility now from storm. So along with considering that, I'd like to also, have it be considered that we protect ourselves pretty well the way we have it. It's paid for. Thank you.
Rick?
Yes. I have 6 double door sliding glass doors on my home. And I have 6 set of roll down, hurricane protection. You can see out them. There are slots. I don't feel they're as good as what we have over here at the clubhouse. I don't think there's a big difference, quite honestly, but I don't think we're going to be gaining much other than maintenance time. That is a big gain, I admit to that one, through having these roll downs. Also, the roll downs, you've got mechanical parts. I'm having trouble with one, and now I'm having trouble finding somebody to repair it. And I just feel we've got a system that is at least equal to the roll downs and probably better. And the only gain we would get is saving in time of installing. And I think we've got that. It's not like a hurricane comes 2 hours after you get a notice. You know, we do have time to prepare for a hurricane. Or, most wind damage. And I can't see spending $75,000 on these items. And this is none of the doors. We're not replacing any of the doors. It's
No.
just windows. And I'm personally against spending that money because I think we've already got a system which will be just as good or better than what we would end up with by putting those roll-on windows in, with the exception of the maintenance time of putting them
And by any other board members? Eileen?
You're still not gonna.
Aye.
You will not spend $75,000. Putting them on, putting them off.
It's just something to consider.
There's nothing wrong with looking into it.
Ellen Baldwin, 10602 Springwood Drive. I think it's redundant to get hurricane windows and.
Oh, we were
Storm.
No, it would be either or, comparison, the cost.
Right.
If we get the hurricane windows, we don't need the other.
I got the impression.
No. One or the other.
But I like the other opinion of Rick.
Well, there were three choices, yes.
That I think the windows are doing fine and the extra time it takes to put on the windows and take them off is irrelevant. I think it's just part of the job that you have to do and save money somewhere.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thanks, Ellen.
All right, moving on to the next ping
Before
pong.
you move on, I'd like to say one quick thing.
Sure.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Robert Weimer again, causing trouble. No, I have hurricane windows. I also have a hurricane screen that has to be put over the window because a hurricane window does not protect you from a flying object. It will still break.
Okay, we're going to, since we're not voting on it, we're not spending the money, we're gonna move on to ping pong table. We have an extra ping pong table that has not been used. It's one of the old ones. And somebody came to us, there was a school that wanted us to donate to, but with the same reason like the chairs, it's our property. So on the same way that we were doing the other, it's not the two that you usually see the people playing on the green ones. Those are not going anywhere. It's one of the old, and I think it's black or whatever. When I spoke to a ping pong table player, they said it's not the greatest, but that's beside the point. If anyone wants to bid on the ping pong table, same thing, send it into the office, and in 2 weeks, if nobody wants it, or if we have somebody who bids and wants to, I know.
I put my bid in for $1.
But.
And I'm gonna donate it to the school.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to say we're taking your, our stuff and just giving it away when it could be, they might want it. I don't know where in any of our houses someone would have room for a ping pong table. They might have room for the table, but they wouldn't be able to play, but. Yeah, okay, so the same thing goes, chairs and that, in name and phone number and into the office.
How long do we have to get that done?
2 weeks. There won't be time for that.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook people, put it on Facebook.
Yeah, or for $1.
Yeah, post it on the board.
Okay,
Jack,
The-
you got it.
new business, insurance appraisal. Jack?
Hey. Gotcha. The flood insurance that we have requires an insurance appraisal every 3 years. We are at that deadline. Proposal from FPAT, Felt Property Assessment Team, that you have in front of you, comes highly recommended from Resource Property Management at a quote for $1,750 to perform the insurance appraisal for the property.
May I have a motion, please?
It is required. We have to do it.
I'll
Make a
move.
motion that we accept the quote from the company.
Can't hear you.
You know these people? Jack, we both can't talk at the same time. so.
We can't hear any.
These came, this
These two
company comes highly recommended from Resource.
Microphones.
Sorry, but these two microphones are on the same connection, so if Jack's talking, Dave can't, so please bear with us.
We're trying our best. Okay, so it's $1,750 to have these people come out and do this for us.
Yes.
We have to have it every 3 years.
No, we have it already from our court.
Do we have what? Yes, we have flood insurance.
It's renewing
It's renewing the flood insurance, and to renew the flood insurance, we have to have this done once every 3 years.
it. It's just. It's just an email.
Every 3 years, we have to redo it.
This is a company that was recommended by Resource Management.
Deb, do you know who did it last time?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Is it a different company we use?
Could someone use a mic?
I make
Is there a different company we use?
Okay, I have a motion to accept the quote. Do I
I
have a
second.
Okay. Go ahead. Now you ask the question. We can't say, she's asking if this is the company we normally use. We do not know what the company was that was used last year. We haven't looked.
Years ago.
It was
More
3
than-
years ago
More
that
than
we
3
would have
years.
done it. And I don't know if it was required at that point. So it might not have been because
This
they
isn't
changed
required.
all,
We have
this
to
is,
do this.
yes. Whether we're in whatever, to get our flood insurance, we've got to do this. All right, any other board questions? Seeing none, Dave?
Don't we have to get 3 quotes?
We do not, in all honesty, the way our management contract is written, if Jack wanted to do this without just telling us that he did it, it is under his limit, he could have done it. This is a company that's recommended by our management company. And
A lot of their associations use that.
a lot of their associations use it.
I was just wondering if there's somebody cheaper to do the same thing.
For $1,700, that's a good rate. You're talking about assessing the whole buildings and everything on this property for flood insurance, which you have to have because people don't seem to understand what flood insurance covers and what it does not cover. When you think about it, there was a lot of floods. I want to make sure that you're insured correctly. So if there is something that happens, if these walls get flooded, you understand that flood insurance is only going to cover 18 inches above where the water line comes. And it's not until they start tearing things out that they realize it might be higher. Flood insurance covers the damage to the structure for floors, walls, anything attached to the walls and to the floor. Believe me, I had a lot of these in the last year and a half.
So what you're saying is that this survey.
That's a good rate. That's a darn good rate.
This survey that we're getting actually makes sure that we have the proper amount of insurance to
Correct.
cover our potential loss.
Correct. Is that correct, Jack? So they're gonna come in and they're gonna say that the building here itself is worth X amount of dollars. They're gonna say that the pool area, the tennis courts, they're all worth X amount of dollars, and this is the amount of coverage you should have on the building so that you can, if there is damage, you have enough insurance to cover, to have it fixed, because flood insurance is completely different than any other type of insurance out there.
And the fact they're even looking at the pool, you're really lucky.
Yeah. All right, any other questions from the board? Any other questions from the audience? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried. Okay, now comes the fines and suspension. You ready for this, Donna? Yes. Yes.
Can't hear you. I was trying to get a point of order before I go, but the gentleman that talked to us about the restaurant, the restrooms, I was wondering, can't we do something today to get the ball started on surveying that?
Well,
and getting something going, because that's really inconvenient for people to be able to use.
well, that is why I asked Jack. I'm assuming Jack already took a note down about putting bars in this stall in the, yeah.
Okay, so I just want to be sure that we were addressing it right.
I saw that his, okay.
Our staff can easily install the additional handrails. Doesn't do anything for the size of the stall, but it would
Facilitate it.
Have to measure.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Can I ask?
My name is Victor, 8624 Windingwood Drive. Experiencing the restrooms as they are, since they're a one-manner, one person, the board could make a simple decision to dismantle the panels that create the temporary walls around the commode and open the whole room and install the right apparatus for the handicap, the ADA compliancy. Because there's only room for one man in there because there's only one commode. There's only one urinal. So just like in every other public place, especially in the hospitals, you see that when you walk into a public restroom, there's a simple button on the door to lock that let them know that you're in there, and you have the room to yourself to do your due. And you could do it safely. Just get rid of the partitions. Open it up. And that way your flooring could be completely done correctly. I mean.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, but you know what? Right now, we still have some business to go through. That would be fine. He was just clarifying, we're not discussing bathrooms. But at the end of the meeting, when we have open comments, you're more than welcome to come up.
Thank you very much, I will.
Karen, and if you were gonna discuss the same topic, wait, please. Thank you. Okay. Fines and suspensions. Okay,
Okay.
for Donna.
Can
All
I make
right.
a comment before we start? I look through these things every month, and I appreciate that, the wording is updated on ones for removing black mildew from the roofs. But I couldn't see anything in one single picture that described black mildew on the roof. So I understand there's black mildew on the roof, but the pictures that we're showing on these things don't show it.
Okay, Mike, let me just make it clear. You have access to that, right? You can go into the inspection report and you click on each one and there's a little paper clip.
We changed the mic.
There's a little paper clip that you click on and you'll get the full big image if you want to see it.
Okay, thank you all.
I can walk you through that in the
Okay,
office.
I'll try that in the future. I looked through these and in the photographs.
We
here-
tried to get the system to make a big secondary page. It just won't do it. This is what we're stuck with, but you can view a full-size image on the computer.
Okay, thank you.
Victor from 8624 Windingwood Drive. I have a question about who determines if it is mold or is it the heat stains created from Mother Nature and the nature of your roof that vents? It could be just simply heat stains,
I
not
don't know what a
mold.
heat stain is.
A heat stain is not mold.
What is a heat stain? I don't even know what that is.
Okay, well, let me explain. When you look at your roof from the crown, it's either going up from your gutter or down from your crown, and you'll see a pattern. You'll see a simple pattern of the darkening. That's a heat stain. That's not mold. And you're making our residents who do not have a moldy roof to do something to their roof that is not called for. A new roof that goes on, if you know the quality of the shingles that have been produced lately, it stops that problem from happening.
Because they have a built-in build-aside.
Both. It stops the heat stain from happening. So who is to say that I have mold on my roof unless you get out and get on my roof and look at it? But looking from the street or your photographs on your computer, what you're looking at is heat stains.
Our covenants say that we can do it. If you have proof that your roof, if somebody's roof is you get a letter about your roof, you can come to the office, question us, and we'll point out what it is that it is, and if it's wrong, we will not fine you. We have done that with people. And I'm sorry, but one of our covenants is that you to keep your roof clean. And that's all that we're asking. And right now, we can discuss roofs after. We need to get the fining done. Thank you. Yes.
Take a 10-minute recess.
Yeah, okay, 10 minutes, and you've got 10 minutes, Rick.
Everybody else?
I'm sorry, we're taking a 10-minute recess. We'll take a 10-minute recess, then we'll be out of here in 5 minutes after that. That's okay. No, I know. That's all right. We will, well, It's television. It's not building, it's television. You know what? Yeah, show him.
There's no wedding together. They got those products.
I'd like to call the meeting back to order.
Okay, can everybody please be seated?
Conversation's over, even on the board? Okay. Donna?
Okay. I make a motion to find the residents at 8430 Winding Wood Drive. Oh. Okay. 8434.
It's 8430.
Oh, okay.
It's 8430.
8430, I don't care.
I don't have the 8430.
It's 8434.
Yeah, I've got that one on here too, but I've also got 8430.
Here it is, but it wasn't on
Not in order. All right, we make the motion for 8430 Winding Wood Drive for maintenance of their lot, mildew on the driveway, and mildew on the roof. For up $50 a day. That is in violation of TSCA covenants up to $5,000.
I'll second it.
Madam President,
Yes.
I don't have that.
Keep going through them, you'll find it. It's further down.
Oh, 7 or 8 down.
Got it.
Yes.
A little out of order there.
Okay, Rick, you find it? Okay, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make a motion to fine the owners of 8434 Winding Wood Drive, $50 a day for maintenance of their home. It's in violation of TSCA covenants up to $5,000.
Second.
Madam President,
Yep.
I find that the photo and evidence I have isn't even a picture of the roof. It's a picture of a door, and I definitely cannot vote to fine this person based on the things I have in front of me.
I agree.
Rick, as I explained to Mike, you can go on prior to the meeting, you can go on to Vantica and pull up the big picture where you can see the full view.
Well, I can also go out and inspect every place and then bring it in and do that too, but that's not part of mine. That's supposed to be presented to us, you know, and if, evidence, you know, to do it. I cannot go to find somebody when don't have the evidence in front of me.
All right, if,
I mean, I don't even have a roof in this picture.
So Donna,
right.
I have a question. So
Yeah.
Donna, what you're saying is 8434 Winding Wood, you want to find the owner of this where I just see remove black mildew from roof.
right, that's what she's,
That's what you're asking for.
And then,
Okay.
why is everything labeled in one?
it's not. There's another one that,
That's one's this one. we're
Yeah,
talking
but then you have the driveway.
about. No. Here. First one. Okay, go ahead, Donna.
all right, we have a motion on the floor. Yes, for each individual sheet of paper. So we have like 8425 has a number of them.
So
8430 has 3, you have to motion.
$50. And the person that has all this stuff only gets.
This only has the roof. This is referenced.
Yo, they need to hear you talking to them.
Okay,
That,
when we do the fines, we do each violation separately. So that that was suggested by the attorney to do each violation separately. So that if they fix these, that goes away and the other stays. So that each one is a separate one. Okay.
Great.
Go ahead, Don. Which one did you
Yes,
just
the
do?
motion. We have the motion for 8434 for Rick's denying.
and I seconded it.
It was seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries.
It sounded confusing. Could you have a roll call on that?
Yes, we have a roll call on that, please,
There was
Debbie.
2 no's.
3 no, I said no. I said no.
It was 3.
That's 3, but that's why we need a roll call.
That's 4.
Four no's.
2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Jack, she can't vote on a senior house, can she?
Yeah, Valerie, you can't vote on senior issues.
Is this a senior? Madam President,
Okay.
is this strictly a senior issue? I
Yes,
thought now
yes.
Driftwood was being done by Jack also. and
well, that
Same
does,
group.
There's no group of committee anymore, so they're in
Okay.
charge of all the
Well,
fines.
it's in violation of the whole community.
Community,
That
this-
some part of the community not.
I don't think that this one, I would think that since this affects the whole community, that when it comes to fines, just like anything with money, and this is in essence money, that Driftwood should be able to, that the Driftwood director. Now, if it was anything to do with the clubhouse, then that is not, but this is affecting the whole community. Because whether it's Driftwood or, or any of the other villages, it affects the entire community. Yeah, okay. All right, can we have a roll call on roof on 84? That was just roof, right, on that one, on 8434.
Have Eileen Dunn? Dave Kaufman?
Yes.
Mike Dell?
Yes.
Paula DePace.
No.
Rick Agler.
No.
Valerie Holland.
No.
Donna Mosier.
Yes.
Susan Muniac.
Yes.
Madam President?
4-4, then motion fails.
Madam President, I'd like to speak before you go on. If I have violations because my grass is not cut, and I'm going to go to fining, I don't think that Driftwood, because it's still part of the community, I don't think Driftwood has the right to vote on my yard. I think if you read our documents, the Driftwood director is for Driftwood only.
No, the Driftwood director is not for Driftwood only. Driftwood director is a full board member except anything to do with the senior center or where senior money is involved. They are not allowed to vote.
Well, I'm in the senior community, so.
You're in the senior community, but it's not.
I think you need to reread our document.
I read them many times. Okay.
Hello, Father Ernest here. 8434 Wyman Wood Drive. I've tried Jack's solution to buy stuff to do your roof.
Right.
It didn't work, okay, at all. It's a joke, all right? Plus that, then you call somebody that's recommended by some of the people on the board or Jack, I'm not sure. It goes for 150, no guarantee. They'll do a part of your roof. You pay $500, you get the whole roof done and no guarantee. How many times are you supposed to do this in a year to satisfy you and the board? What do you go bankrupt trying to keep your roof clean? How about a break here with something?
Bill. The standards are that the roof is clean. Now, if you've had it cleaned and you show the office that you've had it cleaned, that the cleaner said it won't come off and you've had it cleaned, then we would take off, we would not fine you for it. But you need to go to the office and say, I've had it cleaned. This is the certificate from the, and there's.
I think they already well know of my issue on this, and I have told them. People in the office, I've already discussed it with them, and now I'm back up on the fine list. And the other thing is your driveway. I live in the center of the road, okay, hon? I got 4 roads going right to where I live. When it rains, I get dirt from everybody coming right in front of my home. I have to drive through to go into my garage. With that, there are stains. Would you like me to get out there every day and clean that so that it looks nicer for you? Come on, give me a break here with something. Okay, I'll walk away.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Nick, please.
Okay, I make a motion to fine the residents at 10610 Green Meadow Lane, $50 a day for the maintenance of their home. It's a violation of Tosca covenant, up to $5,000.
Second.
Question? Yes.
I make the same thing. I have a picture of the home, and I will say there is a roof there. But I certainly, on what's presented to me here at the meeting, cannot tell that there's anything wrong with that roof. I apologize, but it's not presented to us. And
I'm gonna make any of the ones that we say just roof, let's pull aside till we can get till the next meeting and that say roof on it, that you can't see the thing. We're gonna pull them out and next I will, or the office will show each of the board members how they can see the full picture on Vanica.
I think that's very fair and honorable of you. Thank you.
Yes. All right, any of the ones that are just roof, we'll pull out and we'll go through. and then we'll show everyone how to see it, and we're sorry that the pictures are small. But people who have gotten the notices, if they have an email address on file, and there are 1,000 people that do have an email address on file in our system, they have that on file. When they get the email, because they get an email as well as the paper, when they get an email, they have not only this small little picture, they also get a copy of a big picture. The email has both pictures on it. All right. I think.
Okay, 8430 had 3. We're gonna take one off because it's a roof. You still have to make a motion for the maintenance of home affecting the driveway.
Okay.
I don't want to lose that one.
All right. So we need another motion again for 8430.
I'll make a motion.
For 80, yes, for the other.
Maintenance of home.
We have 3 fines for 8430. One of them was for mildew. Making a motion to stop.
Well, what we need to do is make a motion, the other 2 motions. Okay. There isn't a motion on the floor because he's.
Are we talking about 8430?
Yes.
The only thing for the maintenance of the home on 8430, it says, please remove the buildup of dirt and mildew on your driveway or sidewalk. Thought we did that first.
For finding.
Now we need a motion for maintenance of home, which is holding on this
Okay, we are going to start this all over again. All right, I make a motion for 8430 for the mildew on the driveway to be approved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All those opposed, seeing none, motion carries.
And then the other one for 84, I make a motion for the fines for 8430 for the maintenance of the lot. For $50 a day, that's a violation. Covenants up to 50.
That was the one that was done? Okay, that was, you said that was the one that was done, so we're okay with that.
All right, so that property is taken care of.
Correct.
Okay, now we move on to the next one. 8101 Los Alamos Drive. $50 a day for maintenance of their lot that's in violation up to $5,000.
Second.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make the motion to find the owners of 10734 Los Santos Drive $50 a day for maintenance of their lot up to $5,000. It's for dirt on their, for the areas of the lawn that are dirt, needs to be sodded.
Okay, there, I got it now. Okay, it's 10734 Los Santos, right?
Right.
Okay,
Second. Everybody found it?
I have a question though on that.
yeah.
This came, the date of the picture is what, April 1st? Is that what we're saying? When this says April 1st, does that mean that's when the picture was taken?
That's when they got the letter, so that's when the picture was taken.
Right, but what does it look like now?
And now that,
We've got a lot of rain, you
okay,
know?
these have all been in recently, right, how soon, these have all been recently checked. Before we get them here, Jack, do you wanna,
Linda does go back out and do follow-ups on all of them. Every one of them has a follow-up. Then it goes, once it's been followed up and it still hasn't been corrected, then it goes to.
It's been so much rain.
this is the initial letter that they had gotten. Okay. Is all those in favor, this is 10734 Los Santos for lawn.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make the motion to find the owner of 8015 Juarez Drive, $50 a day for maintenance of their home. It's in violation of covenants of $5,000.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
It's approved. I make the motion to find the residents at 10641 Timber Lane, $50 a day for a realtor sign. It's in violation of covenants for $5,000.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
May I say something? Apparently, from what I just understood, a picture that was from April and is now 3 months old is being used to find someone and no one, management or anyone else other than Linda went out to look at it and say, oh yeah, this needs to be fine. When I was on the board, Ed and I every week went through the pictures that Linda's put in. There were many times when we said, this doesn't really look that bad. And Linda would say, yeah, I didn't think so either. And this is who you have finding our residents. I find a problem with that. You need to have someone, Jack, or someone on maintenance or one of the board members, somebody go out and check this out. I don't think we should be finding on Linda going around and checking pictures.
Now, thank you.
Yeah.
Also, Madam President, I have a point of order, please.
Yeah.
Where our documents say that the Driftwood director, let me find it again, may vote affecting all of Timber Oaks, but shall not be entitled to vote on matters affecting only senior residents.
But it affects all of Timber Oaks.
But not on senior residents. I'm a senior resident that lives in a senior village.
What we will do is we will check it with our attorney.
This is state statute.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, I move to find the owners of 8120 Los Alamos Drive, $50 a day for maintenance of their lot, up to $5,000.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make the motion to find the owners of 10550 Calico Loop, $50 a day for maintenance of their lot in violation of Tosca covenants up to $5,000.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make the motion to find the owners at 10550 Calico Loop, $50 a day for violation of dirt on the back of their house and audits to remove it up to $5,000.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make the motion to find the owners of 81440 Los Alamos Drive, $50 a day for maintenance of their home. Whoever's done the cement in violation of the covenants of $5,000. 8114 Los Alamos Drive.
Excuse me, is somebody making that noise, the scratching?
Speaker.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, that was 8114 Los Alamos, right? And could we get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make the motion to find the owners of 8114 Los Alamos for long grass that's dead and replacing of sod.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make the motion to find the owners of 8305 Palencia Drive, $50 a day for the realtor sign in violation of the Tosca covenant.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries.
I make the motion to find the residents at 8643 Benton Drive, $50 a day for personal property storage up to $5,000.
Second.
All those in favor?
Madam President,
Yep.
my photo shows that the pavers are not on the driveway. Right there.
There are some that are right on.
Pavers are right.
Madam President, I'm a very nosy person, so could.
But if you want to talk, Jared, get up and come over here, like everyone else.
So sorry.
Sorry, but both my hands are kind of full. I know. What you say, will tell me to put the mic in my ear or something. My photo of the pavers, it shows a pile of pavers right next to their door, which is not on their driveway. And somebody's saying that those are pavers, and I can't make them out. In front of the screen of the garage, just the screens are all shoved to the side. In front of the screens of the garage.
Or
It
pavers.
does look, well, it's either, is it pavers or is it?
It looks like a stack of pavers.
Yes, it does.
Oh, I can't say that from what I'm looking at, but
Well, then vote
it
no.
looks like a bottom screen, on the part of the screen, but
No. All
hey,
right,
I'm just one vote, go ahead.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I make the motion to find the owners of 8027 San Bernardino Drive, $50 a day for maintenance of their lot.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Okay, that's the end of fines and suspensions. We're going to go to correspondence. We have one piece of correspondence. And, Lene, did you want to address it? Yes.
My letter to the board, I would like to read that. I would like to see a resolution to change the rules for the election of board members. Currently, board members must sit out 2 years after serving 4 years. This is a Timber Oaks rule. I don't feel this is a benefit to the residents of Timber Oaks. If you have members who work well for the community, I see no reason why they should sit out for 2 years. Board members are elected by the residents. It should be up to them. My understanding was this law was changed sometime after 2000, the year 2000. I would really like, for this to be put out there for a vote or however you do it. I also think, I know that we looked at all of the covenants and the language was clarified in a lot of them, although I still see a lot that needs to be looked at. Roofs being major. The fact that it just says a clean roof with no explanation. And I think that is wrong. Metal fences, we had a metal fence that was brought up and it was turned down because it wasn't specifically added in the covenants or in the ARC things. This needs to be looked at. There are new products that come out for homes and residences every time. I would like to see this changed or at least looked at and then voted on by the majority. That's it.
Thank you for your input. Thank you.
To change the bylaws, you need to have a board motion to put it onto the agenda, to put it up to vote. And then after that, it has to be mailed to the members 25 days before that meeting.
Correct.
And then it has to have a vote, a regular vote, one per lot and all this kind of stuff. And it has to be approved by 2/3 of all the membership.
Correct.
And that it has to start with a board motion to do it. And if we're doing, I will say, if we're going to do, let me correct one thing that you said, with the ARC, with the metal fences, that would be the ARC guidelines, which do not have to follow the same rules. They're not in the bylaws. This is the rules that are in the bylaws. And it was in 2004, in April of 2004, that it was first passed. And in 2019, there was a, when we redid it the last time, that was brought up to the meetings that we were having with people. It was brought up, yes or no, to keep that. And it was suggested that we keep it with the 2 years off.
But there was a vote on that, you're saying?
We had meetings with people to explain what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And every meeting that we had with the people when we were doing it, and there was a number of people, I couldn't tell you how many.
Yeah, but
came.
that's
It wasn't a
that's
vote.
not a vote by the
It was not a vote by.
Membership.
No,
Correct.
it was not a vote by the membership.
So it was still a small party that decided that.
It would have been I really don't remember how many people came to those, but that was one question that was raised. And in 2019, excuse me one second, there were some changes. It was clarified as to what determined a full term and that was all clarified in 2019 because.
That was a clarification of the language that had nothing to do with what I'm asking.
Right, that was instituted in 2004.
Okay. So 20 years ago, I'm asking that it be changed. That we look into it, form a committee, form some people together, because there are still so many things that are not clear.
If we, and I will say, I agree that there are things in the bylaws that would need to be done, but that is a very expensive, as you know, process.
And it hasn't been done since when? When was the last time?
2019.
There was not a vote taken in 2019.
Yes, there was a vote taken in 2019 on the bylaws. We had, there were more than just clarification at that time. The bylaws were put up for renewal for vote in 2019.
And was that an overall vote on all the bylaws, or were there individual things that were put in there?
There were it was done on the full bylaws. We redid the full bylaws. That was when we had, the lawyer was Nikki, her last name began with an A.
Ashmere.
Okay, so that was, I'm still asking that this be looked at.
Thank you.
NOC 14116 in regards to LeMay's correspondence. I agree with LeMay. A lot of our things are outdated. We have two sessions in our state legislatures that come up, and laws are changed, and some refer to HOAs, and they need to be updated and included in our documents. And a lot of our things are outdated, like the brown post for our mailboxes with a black mailbox. I mean, that's from the 70s. We need to update a lot of our things, including bylaws and covenants. I suggest a committee to review all our documents. Once again, it's been 6 years. There have been changes in our laws.
Thank you. Addie?
Tricia French, Wiseland, 7024-13A06. Just a little bit of history to go along with Sue. At an annual meeting, a members meeting, Sally Anderson stood up and put forward this idea that people couldn't just keep succeeding themselves, that there had to be a break. At the next members meeting a year later, it was voted on. And then later, when the documents were revised more than once over those years, it was incorporated into it and they were full votes. And the last time in 2019, each one of those changes was voted on individually as opposed to just one yes or no vote. Each one of those, and that's really important because everybody had the chance to say, yes, I like this, no, I don't like that. And the members did vote on those changes. So they have been given opportunities over many years to vote individually on those things.
Thank you, Patty. I thought that we had voted individually on any of the changes. Eileen?
Is this working?
Yes.
Okay. We had several town meetings where the community was invited and they talked to the attorney before the changes actually went in to be voted on. And the board, on the board, had numerous numerous meetings as to how the section, how you served on the board, whether 2 years and whether, how you appointed an alternate. We went round and round on the language of that. I don't know, umpteen meetings to get that the way everybody could agree to. And then the attorney went over that and then it was presented. And there were people at those meetings too that had their input as to how that was. Had to sit out for 2 years.
We're gonna hold your hand right to your mouth if you don't.
At that time, nobody actually raised that point because, you ought to be able to stay as long as you want to. There we go. Now we got it going. Yay. But, and there were a couple town meetings and I remember people going on about road rules for more than they spent on things like that. And like the roof thing never came up. And she went through the whole document when she made changes. And then most of the things it says as pertaining to the state statutes, so that if laws were changed by the state, then our documents would be consistent with that.
It's called the Kaufman Amendment, Kaufman something. And what that is that when the state law changes, we are not bound by what we follow the new state law. It's Kaufman language, they call it, when you go to any of the conferences where you sit and listen for hours to them talking. So, yes.
I got a question about the roofs.
Yeah.
The condos included in this with Timber Oaks?
Yes.
Well, then no one's turned in there's a bunch of them on your way from here, going towards 52, on the right-hand side, Fairway Village, which is most of them the back of the roofs, they're terrible looking. And people have to see that when they drive by.
The
If some-
condo association can be told by us that it needs to be done.
Well, that needs to be done. That's disgusting. That's worse than any roof in here, really.
Dave, I agree with you. I live in Fairway Villas. Our roofs are terrible. They're flat roofs. You go up there, we've had a guy come in there with drones that's gone over the top. They're like cesspools. And when we bring it up to management, they keep saying we don't have the funds in there right now. We're saving up for
Well-
them. Meanwhile, we're stuck having to look at them looking nasty.
It's not the flat roof, it's the roof that comes over the side.
I know.
And if you're going after the people in here for the same thing, and they don't have the money, and you're saying because you live in a condo, and you're saying you don't have the money, something's wrong here. It's not fair for one, it's fair for all.
I
Right?
agree.
Right?
I agree. I was agreeing.
All right. We're on to, can I have a motion for adjournment?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned, and now it's open forum.
I know you're gonna get tired of seeing me.